Hello. I like to start off this speech by introducing you to one of the greatest rock guitarists of all time. The guy's name was David Gilmore. Imagine listening to one note and knowing exactly who that guitarist is. This is how he has defined his career in so many different ways. Um, I was personally heavily influenced just by listening to the band. I grew up in the 80s, so my first inclination of like actually hearing the band Pink Floyd was probably like, 1990, 1991. And I remember my older brother, he used to play the records, and I was just like, whoa, what is that? And I was like, what instrument is that? And come find out it was a guitar, obviously. And I was just so amazed and enamored by the musicality that was coming from his fingertips, and then I got on some live performances. Obviously, they didn't have YouTube back then, so you had to get like a VHS tape and watch live performances, and that's what started me down this path of being a guitar player myself, just by hearing David Gilmour play and being influenced by him and Slash and Zach Wild and whatnot. But so let's do some background on David Gilmour. I know he was born in Cambridge, England in 1946, and he had a love for music. His parents were very intelligent people. One was a doctor, one was a anthropologist or something like that. And then, so he's heavily influenced in just the artistic ways and just learning. And now you fast forward to 1967, he was invited to play with the band Pink Floyd, and he ended up taking the lead role as the lead guitarist. So after joining the band in 1967, he then, they wrote a couple albums like Animals, and it was just like soundscapes, nothing too mainstream yet, and worth radio play at that time. But once the 70s hit, that's when you have songs like Comfortably Numb, Shine On Your Crazy Diamonds, and so many more hits that just his playing style was just impeccable. I mean, it still takes me back to when I first heard it the first time and just wanting to learn some of his solos and the way he bends a note. It's like a musical landscape, and it just takes you on a journey, and you don't have to be inebriated. You just need to listen, and it just takes you on a sonic soundscape of whatnot. Albums like The Wall, Dark Side of the Moon. Oh man, just great albums, and it really showed guitar players that you don't have to play fast. Like in the '80s, the guitar players were playing shreddy stuff, like super fast, which is great. You got Rad and all those bands, but David Gilmour's playing showed you that you don't have to play fast, and it's almost like taking a breath when you play, showing that you can play a little bit, and it's just showing so much emotion in your playing, and then it's almost like a conversation, but creating music that way. And I showed to me that maybe I can do that, because I don't know how to shred. And now shredding, just so you know what that means, it means like playing super fast, like Eddie Van Halen and stuff like that. So it just showed that you didn't have to do that. So, and that gave me inspiration to pick up a guitar and play. So that's what David Gilmore means to me. And I hope that after just this brief video that you can also, pick up a song and just listen to some of his great guitar solos. I mean, Comfortably Numb is a great one to choose from. Shine on Your Crazy Diamonds, that's another great solo. So, after this video, just take a listen and hopefully you'll be inspired as well. So, to wrap up this video, I just like to introduce David Gilmore to some people that have never listened to David Gilmore play. Alright. Thank you for your time.